guys, we are live. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. And today we are going to be touching a very sensitive topic, like very sensitive topic, which is about scholarship, flight school scholarship, because a lot of persons, this is the main issue that they always have. And somebody asked me a question, yeah, in the comment section of one of the videos, and the person was like, what if you get a scholarship and you don't get the admission? What happens? We're going to be treating that. And before we go into that, we are also going to be treating how to get scholarships without having admissions, because previously in other videos I've said it before that it's best to have your admission so that you use your admission and show the people that want to give you scholarship to say, okay, I've gotten a scholarship, or I've gotten a correction, I've gotten an admission, so I'm ready to go to flight school, please sponsor me like this, like that. So that was why I thought it important. Okay, let's talk about the other part. What if you don't have the admission yet and you want to chase the scholarship? So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. And basically, if you're new here, this is Princess Anu TV. We talk about aviation, motivation, and adventure. And if you've not subscribed, I'm going to be giving you like few seconds. Click on the subscribe button. You know it's important. Just click on the subscribe button. Hi Tom, welcome on board. Nice having you here today. Okay, and so if you've not subscribed, basically subscribe and click on the bell so that you don't miss any notifications on this channel. I have a notepad here which I'm going to be using some part, because I jotted out some important points that I want to tell you, because this topic is very sensitive and I don't want us to just go over it like haphazardly. So we're going to go over it like one by one, treating every issue as much as possible. So now let's go over to the first point here. We all know how difficult it might be to get an admission, or correction, to get a scholarship. Hi Ngofa, welcome. To get we know how difficult it might be to get like a scholarship without getting the admission, because you're like, okay, you're asking for money, what do you want to use the money for? Because that's where the whole problem comes from. Like, you're requesting for a certain amount of money, what do you want to use it for? Why should we give you that money? Show us an evidence. So sometimes it can be very difficult, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Sahi, welcome. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen. These things also happen, but in rare cases. And because that person asked me that question, I know there's a likelihood that he has gotten probably the scholarship. Hi, Green, welcome. There's a probability that he has gotten the scholarship and maybe hasn't also gotten the admission yet. Carrie Ruth, nice having you. Thank you so much for coming today. So Ademola Baby, welcome on board. You guys are so early today. Wow, that's so nice. Thank you so much. So the first thing you should know, in order to be able to get a scholarship without an admission, is that you have to put it obviously in writing. So you need to put it in writing. You need to talk about it and say, okay, this is this, that is that, okay, this is what I have and I hope to do so and so. So if peradventure you hope to like go to flight school, you write it there, stating it in the letter that you want to go to flight school, and because you want to go to flight school, they should please support you in this and that. Then also, the people you can also do these things in cognizance with are maybe your uncles, friends, and all that, people that you know that, okay, they are boxed up and they can actually help you in this sponsorship. So those are the people that you know you can actually, they can assure you that, okay, no problem, you have the scholarship. When you get the admission, you come and take the money, or you come and get the money and all that. So it all depends, but it's very important that you put it in writing. And when they are replying to you, most of the time they reply like in writing, either an email or a written letter saying, okay, we are either going to give you the scholarship or we are not going to give you. So it all depends. But sincerely, I'll tell you that it's a little bit difficult to get a scholarship without getting an admission. That's a flight school admission. Now, another thing that we should note here also in this getting scholarships without admission is that it's the line is very slim, and you need to be able to do things that will not make you look like a fraud, because obviously you're not a fraud, but you need to prove a point that you're not a fraud. Maybe you've applied in 1 or 2 schools before and you've not gotten the admission. You can show them those things as evidences that, oh, I applied here and I applied there. Very soon they will be calling me, or very soon they are going to be asking for the exams. So maybe before then, please, can you assure me maybe your money or all that? So they know that, okay, this person is actually working towards getting to a particular place, but maybe due to one reason or the other, he or she has not been able to get there. So these are some things that I think you should note. Don't leave it plain, because nobody's going to want to give you money for nothing. They will want to see evidences in order to be able to give you funds. Now let's go over to the second part of what if you get the scholarship without getting the admission. These things happen. If you fail to get the admission and you've peradventure gotten the scholarship, or someone has promised you the scholarship and you're doing it in Nigeria, what I'm going to advise you, look for a school in other parts of the world that accepts students. There are schools, flight schools in other parts of the world, even in Africa here that I'm talking about, in the US and several other places, that they don't basically ask for all those evaluation exams that we do here in Nigeria. They don't ask for long process. They'll just tell you, okay, are you ready? Pay so amount of money and let us make sure that you have your fundamentals, maybe your O-level results or your WAEC results or any of them. So when they discover that, okay, you have these documents, they tax your flight training. They tell you, pay in your money, start your flight training. So this is another thing you should consider. Don't think, if you fail to get the admission, the number one thing, don't forget, start looking for another school immediately, so that you don't lose the scholarship that you have gotten. They say things like, oh, there's this person that came for flight training and the person went and started a business and all that. Please, I beg you, in order not to block the chances for other persons, if you get the scholarship and you've not yet gotten the admission, please do other persons a favor. Don't just be concerned about yourself. Do other persons a favor by going to use that money for flight training, not for any other thing. Instead, go to other parts of the country, spend that money on flight training. Do not spend that money on just the normal, like any random thing. Maybe you say you want to use it to buy a car, you want to use it to buy a land. Like some people, they will even use it to do all those money doubling businesses. Please, I beg you, anytime you do that, remember that you're terminating the chances for other persons to actually get these scholarships, because people have come to the government and they've, in quotes, been seen to defraud the government. Like, okay, they said, oh, this person needs 4 million naira, this person needs 5 million naira, and they give the person the money, and before you know what's happening, the person leaves flight school totally, because obviously it was not their passion. Because if it's your passion, even if they gave you 10 million naira, you are going to use that 10 million naira, part of it, to do your flight training, and you'll be considering your rating, hour building, and other things. So these are some things that people kind of like lose out during the course of looking for scholarships, and you don't. I'm telling you the truth, people have ruined chances for a lot of other persons, and it is really, really bad. Okay, there are also some other things that I really jotted down here that I want to really tell you, because see, getting scholarship these days it seems like as the day goes by, it gets more thick and thick, and it's people, individuals, that are actually making it thick for other persons. So I wrote down some things. Sorry, just permit me, let me get this out so that I don't forget any tip that I actually assign. Hi, mom is on board. So that I don't actually forget any tip that I actually assign for you guys. So I've said, number one, please don't run away with the funds. If you get the money, do not run away with the funds. That's number one. Number two, don't use it to start a business, or don't use it to start a project that is different from flight training. If you use it to start a business or a project that is different from flight training, you are going to be seen as a fraud. And yes, nobody's going to call you back to say they want to collect the money from you, but you block chances for other persons that are coming behind you. So guys, my sincere advice is that if you get a scholarship without an admission, find another flight school that doesn't require all the long processes. Because obviously anybody that's going to be giving you admission is going to be giving you quite a huge sum of money, so you can use that huge sum of money to apply in other places and pay your acceptance fee, get your admission, and show them as evidence. Don't stay in that boot that, oh, what am I going to use what am I going to do with the money, or maybe I'm just going to use to start a business and all that. You are going to be blocking chances for other people coming behind you. And let me tell you, these things, except it's not your passion anyways, if it's not your passion, along the line your whole mind and all that will be out of it, and you will not mind, you will not flog yourself for using the money for business. But why should you use the money for business when you can actually use the money for something that you have loved to do for a long time? So I'm going to be tagging this to that comment, because I really need that person to know that if you get if you don't get an admission, basically that is not the end of the world, because it's just that school that did not offer you an admission. You can apply in several other schools and they are going to offer you admission, and you are also going to be able to use them, you know, to keep going, like do your flight training and go forward. So guys, basically I wanted this video to be so short because it's about scholarships, and people are looking for scholarships like every single day, so that when they watch it they are like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is not what I'm going to do. So please, I hope you enjoyed the tips that I shared. Hi Aminu, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the tips that I shared. If you have any other questions concerning scholarship, we are still going to continue like addressing your fears concerning flight school as we go on. So basically, if you've not yet subscribed, do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and click on that bell so that you do not miss anything. Please guys, don't forget, be watchful, keep learning. We are going to all be going back to school very, very soon, so keep your brain and your mind richly alive. Till I meet you in the next video. If you've not liked this video, don't forget to like, share with your friends, your families, and you know, everyone. Bye guys, thank you so much.